Stop staring at a woman. There is no point for a man to stare at a woman if he's not going to talk to her, if he's not going to approach her. If you are not going to approach her or talk to her, you have no business staring at her. Now, to this video is not for women. Yes, they win from not being stared at. Of course, this video is for Ben. You have to understand that staring at a woman does not do you any good because men are rewarded visually. I think women that have no idea how much more visual we are to them. When we look at an attractive woman, we release dopamine in our mind. But that dopamine, unfortunately, is rather cheap. And if we are constantly looking at an attractive woman, we release that cheap dopamine in our mind. And looking at attractive woman, sexy woman, hot woman is not limited to your reality only. It also applies to your virtual life, Instagram, TikTok, movies, Netflix, etc., etc. If you are to lower your gaze, which is a practice that I took from the Muslims. The Muslims have a practice when they see an attractive woman, when they stumble upon an attractive woman, instead of lingering, they look away and they do not look back. And they definitely do not linger, as I just said. If you are to practice that lowering your gaze, your mind will not have that access to cheap dopamine. So you kind of rewire your mind to desexualize it. And it's a very powerful practice. The Muslims say that when you lower your gaze, Allah, God, will put a sweetness in your heart. I love it so much. I love that way of seeing this because it gives you something. You are not addicted to the pleasures of the flesh. And you might think it's normal to look at a beautiful woman. And I get it. It's normal to look at her. There's a way to look at beautiful women. But at the beginning of your journey, it's better not to be triggered by looking at an attractive woman because you might be frustrated. You might get triggered to watch porn. You might get triggered to fantasize about her. And you might think those things are not wrong. But it is better to save your mind and save your heart from all those things. There's a time and place for fantasy. There's a time and place for having sex with a woman. But you do not need to see women as objects. And that is my problem with looking at attractive women. We tend to objectify women unbeknownst to us subconsciously, or some men not so subconsciously. We are better off seeing them as human beings. And I hate to say this because it sounds a bit tacky, but those women are somebody's sister, somebody's daughter, somebody's mother. So we should have that respect for them. And you might say that some women do not deserve respect. Okay, that's your thing. I disagree. But at the very least, if you don't respect women, the very least you should do is respect yourself. And the thing is, when you objectify women, you objectify yourself in return. It's impossible to objectify someone without objectifying yourself. Therefore, when you objectify someone else and yourself in return, you lower your self-esteem. You become more self-conscious. So that is why practicing lowering your gaze is very powerful, and it brings that beautiful sweetness in one's heart. Don't get me wrong. It's a simple practice, but it's not necessarily easy. It will be hard because you have to train your eyes not to feast on the flesh it sees on the street, on your phone, on your computer, on your screen. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Sebastian, and I'm here to help those of you who want to sexualize their mind and give up porn. Links are in the description box below. I'll see you very soon.